Angeles is former prosecutor Don Schweitzer, and in West Palm is criminal defense attorney Michelle Saskauer. Thanks for being with me tonight. Don, I'm going to start with you. Can the radio station be held accountable for this?
Yes, it can, both civilly and possibly criminally. When you consider the fact that the radio station apparently didn't have any medical staff present during this extreme entertainment spectacle, and more importantly, apparently didn't provide any medical follow-up, which would be a reasonable care that somebody would provide if they're asking people to engage in this extreme behavior. You know, when you engage in extreme behavior, you're going to get extreme results. And these people should have done the research. They should have spoken to people like the doctor and found out that this is dangerous conduct and planned for that. You know, if they just had some follow-up, this one would still have been alive.
Yeah, it's not like people aren't aware that this is kind of an issue. You know what I'm saying? The radio station, I think, Michelle, should be held responsible. I hope that they get sued for this. And what are those kids? I mean, a video game's not going to solve the problem now. I mean, it's outrageous to me that they did this.
Oh, I think it is outrageous behavior. I agree with Don. I really don't think we're heading toward criminal liability, but civil liability, absolutely. If a lawsuit hasn't been filed, we're going to see one very, very soon. Because of this very dangerous and negligent behavior, I could see that a judge could possibly allow punitive damages to go forward against this radio station. I mean, radio stations, they do wacky, crazy things, but they shouldn't be deadly results, and that's what happened here.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time that something like this has been, that has occurred. I mean, they've had fights that they've sponsored, things like that, that have resulted in dire consequences. Don, what do you think? You don't think a criminal case per se, but civil for sure?
Well, Kimberly, you're probably thinking the same way that I am, you know, for criminal negligence, the radio station would have had to have been in violation of some misdemeanor. And it's possible that there's a misdemeanor that could have been broken and then this person's death was, a result of that, but probably not. But I'm thinking that these people are in big enough trouble civilly. We don't need the criminal system involved in this case.
I think that civil should handle it. Michelle, real quick, is there anything that a radio station could do to sort of protect themselves from liability? Because they're probably going to hold up some one-page ridiculous waiver and say, too bad, sorry for the kids, give them a Nintendo, but we're not giving you any money.
Well, I think regardless of the fact that, you can give these waivers out all the time, but that is not necessarily going to be excusing negligent and dangerous, reckless, willful, and wanton behavior, which is what they had here. But, you may have, in terms of the criminal liability, who knows? They may locally send this case to a grand jury and see what they come back with.
You're right. There may be public outrage over it, but I know they're going to get hit in the pocketbook with a civil case. The attorneys are probably lining up. All right, Donald, do you agree?
I do agree. And you wonder what's going to happen at the county fair when they have these pie eating contests in the future and the hot dog eating contests. I mean, we never think that people could overdose on mass consumption. It happens.
No, it absolutely does, and I think that's the message to send tonight, that they can't do these, contests without consequences.